It's always like that. You plan your leg workout all week, and on the end, this guy is always here, and the rack squat not even knowing what he is doing. What now? You eat, you have your pre-workout, you have everything set, ready for your squat, because you know this is the way to grow your quads. This is what we're gonna do. So what you gonna do? You know pretty well how important the squat is, but it's always like that. You plan it, you eat for it, you sleep for it, and at the end of the day, you saw what happened on the rack squat. Now I will give you 5 alternatives what you can do when this thing happens. When you have this situation, you still want to have very quality workout and you don't want to affect your future gains. Bear with me and you will see. We start with number 5. Tip number 5. Simply pick a notebook like that and write down everything that you do. Weights, training frequency, everything. Whatever it is, write it down. The most important part, write the weight down. If you track your weight along your training cycle, 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and you keep progressing, I promise you, we will still grow. 4. And this is something very unconventional, something that American football players use a lot, and everybody, like a rugby players or other athletes, that wants to use your pushing power. And this is a simply sled, like this over here. You can use it in 2 ways. Pushing it will activate, of course, a lot more the glutes, and pulling it, like the picture over there, it will involve a lot more the quads. Again, it's a great way to pre-exhaust the legs. If you load it with the weight that is half your weight, body weight, it will be pretty damn good workout. And if you don't need it to exchange the squat, you can actually use it like a finisher, like 2 or 3 sets by 10 to 12, 20 feet. Tip number 3. I'm doing it like that because it's, yes, leg press. Yeah, don't do like that. I know what you mean. But listen, most of the professional bodybuilders, you know, actually build their quads with the help of this simple exercise, not with the squats. Many reasons are really possible. Most of them probably don't want to risk injury, they stay very low body fat percentage all year round. Squat is hard, of course, when you're on all these steroids, you not necessarily need that thing. Aside of that, leg press can be great exercise. In fact, if you think about it and if you look from outside, it's actually like a squat. The bending of the knees is exactly this angle, and how you're gonna position the feet will exchange how exactly you're going to affect the squat. In fact, the higher you place your legs on the platform, like the picture here, you address a lot more the hammies. The lower you place the feet on the platform and closer together, you affect a lot more the quads, the medial side. If you want to attract the lateral side, of course you need to step a little bit wider, still a little bit lower on the platform, and pushing the platform with this part of the leg like that, if you really want to engage. And this is a pretty good cue that you can use. Use your feet really to use the platform and to see which part of the muscle is actually working. So the tip number 3, or solution number 3, is leg press. Old-fashioned leg press. Tip number 2. Not because I am Bulgarian, but this is a Bulgarian back squat. 1 leg back squat, because the bar goes in the back. Originally, this exercise came up to America and it's invaded, but Angel Spasov, originally the coach who invaded the exercise, he was invited here in America in the middle of '80s to train with the Olympic teams, and so basically he introduced this like his invention, which is actually not. Most of the people doing it wrong and have the wrong impression that putting too much stress on the back. The reason for that is because it's not done correctly. And now I will demonstrate to you what is the correct form and what is not. The leg needs to be positioned like that, low on the lower platform, which is 10 inches high and not on the bench press like the picture over there. And you can clearly see the difference between these two photos. One of it put too much stress on the lower back. Aside of that, it's great exercise, and if you think about it, is basically squat with one leg. And what will happen if your legs are separately stronger? What will happen when you combine it for the original back squat? Don't think about it, try it, and let me know in the comments below what you think when you try it actually. And tip number 1, forget about the back squat. 90%, 99% of the people don't do it anyway. If you have 15-20 minutes to wait for a couple of Asians to do the 100,000th series of squats, what I see lately in the gym, you can start with the goblet squat. It will teach you how to position your back straight, how to open the hips, how to positioning the knees, and when you kinesthetically remember how the exercise it feels, you will be pretty well warm up if you do 2 or 3 sets by 10-15 reps. When the times come to switch to the squat, front or back squat, just kinesthetically try to mimic the motion and do it with what you learn with the goblet squat. And this is how the goblet squat is done, and it looks like.